For everyone that are using WeChat, Chinese app for sourcing ship products from China to any part of the world, this video is fully dedicated to you. Whether you use WeChat to source for special goods, gadgets, or whatever type of product you use WeChat to source and ship products from China, you need to pay proper attention to this particular video right here and listen carefully before you pay any supplier on WeChat. Let me show you how. But before we dive into the tutorial, recently someone reached out to me on my WhatsApp. I'm going to show you something on my WhatsApp. So I'm going to open up my WhatsApp right here. Just like what you see right here, this person contacts me from my YouTube channel on my WhatsApp right here. Good evening, sir. Hope your day went well. Please, I need your help. Actually, I want to report a supplier's Alipay account. I paid in through a third-party agent, but he shipped a fake Samsung phone to me. I really feel so pain and I don't know what to do. This is the message right here. Okay, now this person here sourced for this particular supplier on WeChat. I'm going to explain everything to you right here in this video. Just follow along with the chart and what I'm about to explain to you right here so that you don't fall prey to some of these fake sellers on WeChat that parade themselves as a supplier on WeChat without any stress. Let me show you how. But before we dive into the tutorial, as you know me, my name is Rafi Yakub. I'm an importer and a procurement agent. If you want me to procure a link on 1688, Taobao, JD.com, Shein, or any Chinese e-commerce app or website, or you want me to fund your Alipay account or your WeChat wallet, consider to reach out to me on my WhatsApp via the number in the description of this video. And don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell for more useful tutorials like this. So with that being said, let's get started. Just like what I said right here, so you can see my response right here. Money, the money is not much. Where did you see the seller before sending money out? So this is the amount this person was sent to the seller in Naira. This is 165,000 in Naira. You can see response right here. It is all the, so this is where, so you can see the person response right here. It is all these importation costs that is how the guy sent me a fake Samsung A17. And these guys do that because they know that the customer won't want to send it back to China because of the cost of shipping it back. That is wickedness. That was response, okay? But the truth is that the phone is not even a Samsung phone. You can imagine. It is just carrying the body of a Samsung. If it was original, but maybe fairly used, I would have sold it to reduce my loss. Say, wow. And this is my question next right here. Where did you see the seller? I pay for a gadget importation cost. So the guy gave us contact of supplier. The supplier name is Jason. Okay, now I want to quickly say something right here about giving or buying contact. This is common among some importers. In fact, some people, they prefer to pay for contact instead of go through the right source. And this is where this person gets it wrong. Let me tell you one thing about contact from a supplier. A supplier contact given to you by different people, that does not mean that if the person that recommend the supplier was not get scammed, that does not mean that you cannot get scammed. A lot number of people are not really know how this particular supplier operates. A supplier can be nice to you for more than years, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. The day they will strike you and scam you your hard-earned money, you will completely lose guard because you will not be aware. You will think that we have been doing business for a very long time, there's nothing will happen. But trust me, a lot can happen because the transaction between you and the supplier is not secure. So they might make you more relaxed, and once they make you more relaxed, they just strike on you. Another thing about getting contact from different people is that if you get a contact, some of these suppliers that deal with contact is that they might be good with about 20 of their customers. If they have about 50 base customers, they might scam about 30 of them and be good to the rest of 20. That rest of 20 that they go to them, they have given them the good review they need. Once they get the good review, they can start to leverage on the good review to scam the prospective buyer. That is their means of operation. So in a nutshell, I do not recommend buying contact or getting contact from even a trusted importer. That is just it. So I have a lot of cases like this when people do come to me asking for links, asking for contact. And I don't do that. I don't share contact. I don't share link. You can name me whatever you name me. I don't care. So I only deal with the legit supplier from the app and make payments with my secure channel, which is Alipay. So always be very careful of getting different kind of contact. It's not always good. I say, okay, is the contact WeChat or WhatsApp? He said WeChat, but should still be able to chat in on WhatsApp. That means the supplier is using the both same on the two platforms. Do you need this guy? Do you know this guy even deleted the receipt of the phone when he saw that he misbehaved? But I have the receipt of one phone I've bought from him before now. This is exactly what I'm saying. So he has been doing business with this supplier. I have not even reached to this stage. He has been doing business for this supplier. So he feels so more relaxed, so much comfortable until the supplier show him true color. This is because they know he's not in China, he's a foreigner, and they took advantage of him. That is exactly what happened right here. Okay, now, but I have the receipt of the one. So when I saw your video online about how I can report an Alipay account, I chatted you up. I already told the seller that I will report his Alipay account. And notice when I told him, he started behaving himself. He wants to change the phone for me, but I don't trust him again. Okay. Now, I said, can you share his WeChat contact? I will chat him up, then send the proof of Alipay payment transfer. Let me see. So this request is just for me to see how I can help. But in a nutshell, a transaction like this is not guaranteed. And as a result of that, there is possibility that you will never get the money back. The only thing that can happen is that Alipay might suspend the account and block them from receiving money further. They will freeze whatever they have in that account and they will suspend. And one thing here is that if Alipay do that, that does not help you. It only prevents the prospective people that still want to send money to that account. But once they freeze the account, that does not mean the Alipay will return the money back to some of different to the various person, to the various channel that send money to the Alipay account. So you are not sure of getting your money back. That is just the truth, because the payment is not secure. It is a transfer from one Alipay to another Alipay account. So this was the proof of payment right here, that this person actually make the payment. You can see all our chart right here. And this is the supplier WeChat ID right here, just like so. And even go ahead and send me the high number of the phone and every other thing. You can see all our chart right here. And this was my last response right here. So I later contact the seller on WeChat and I return back to this particular person to feel more concerned. So let me quickly take you to my WeChat. When I contact the seller, so this is my chat with the seller. I disguise as if I don't know anything, because I just disguise like I need a phone. You can see my chat with the seller right here. Okay, you can see all our chat, give me the phone available, give me the price and all that. And you can see all our chat right here. And I asked for the product video. He sent me this video of the product right here. So this is the product video available that the seller sent to me right here. And let's go ahead and proceed to our chart right here. So you can see my chart right here. Then this is where it's getting interesting. I asked for the means of payment. How can I make payment? Say I can pay in Alipay or WeChat or in Naira. This is to tell you that this particular supplier here, it has a link in Nigeria. Okay, which means because there is no way you will be in China and at the same time you get a Naira account except you are a Nigerian citizen. So which means that this person here has a link in Nigeria. A Nigerian is collecting money on his behalf. Okay, Now I say send me Alipay. So he begin to play along. You don't want to send Alipay. You can imagine somebody that want to patronize you. How is it going to be difficult for you to give the person your payment code? Because this person here suspect something. So refuse. So at the long run, he later send the Alipay when I begin to follow along with it. You can see my chart right here. When I begin to follow along, he later sent the Alipay payment detail. And this is the Alipay payment detail is what you can see right there. Now let's go back to my WhatsApp. So I screenshot this part and I try to come back and tell this person that, hello, good morning, sir. I say, has he sent you new phone or what? He say, I sent the phone back to him on China. I have to pay the customer back his money. So I have told him that I don't need the phone again and I want my money back. I can't tell what he will do until he receives the phone. And now this is another issue entirely right here. And this was my response. I said, I have reached out to him and his Alipay number is with me now. But since you have sent the phone back, you can't report him again. But you are exposing to losing both money and the phone you return. It's as simple as that. There is nothing you can do for this type of people. So I always tell people, don't do WeChat transaction. It is highly risky. No matter how you put trust on a seller, one day will be one day, they will play you smart. Now, this is the response right here. Yes, sir. I actually suggested that I return it, and the person who linked me with him also spoke with him. So that was the agreement. So if he does not send the phone or money back, then maybe we can report him to Alipay. It is a very sad experience. Actually, when everything happened, as I told him, I will report his Alipay account. He became calm and decided to take responsibility. So let me I will say, okay, let's see what is going to do next before we can proceed to the next line of action. It's that simple. So in a nutshell, try as much as possible to play safe out there. WeChat transaction, WeChat sourcing, procurement is not actually secure. If it is a must for you to source and ship products through WeChat, always ask the seller if they have store in 1688, Pinduoduo, Taobao, Shein, or any Chinese e-commerce app or website. Request for their present store there. Then you can from there make your purchase and use Alipay. With that, you are fully secure. It's that simple. Let me know what you think about this particular tutorial in the comment section down below. And for more useful tutorial tips and tricks about how to source cheap products from China, consider how to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye for now.